Welcome to Trading Lounge and the European indices for the 8th of April, and starting with the DAX on the daily chart here. Pretty much with the UK and France and so on, we've got pretty much the same counts. So the move to the upside, we've got 1 and 2, and we're looking for the top of the third wave here. And it's possible that we've got the A, the B and the C in here for the fourth already, and we can push up for the fifth here, but the 38.2% retracement level for this is actually sitting here. So we may get a correction here with one more little high here. So what I've done is I brought the stop from here up to this little point in here, but at the same time too we're working with 12,000 here, so we can see that the market's traveling sideways through here as a corrective move. So technically we can use that as an accumulation process. So if this top is taken out here, then we can look for the distribution process, the trend moving to the upside here. But if I've got a wrong count in here somewhere, I think that I'm okay with this count. Yeah, so look, anyway, we've been long since here, we've taken part profit here. I've brought the stop up to here. You may have taken profit on the 12,000, that's fine. Let's just go into the tick chart here and have a little look at this here. I mean, this wave 4 is just too small. That's what bothers me about it. But I'm just going to bring in some extra data here. But we may have a setup to the long side and one to the short side, so we just got to be a little bit mindful. So I know this is a little bit hard to see in here, but I'll just move that. I'll just move him out of the way, don't need for a second. But look, I think one of the main points here, well, one of the good points, is that from the high up here, the move, all of this pattern to the downside here is corrective. Okay, so that means that if this is a bullish corrective pattern, yes, it may get bigger and uglier over here, but it is corrective. So that means we will see new highs. That's step one. Okay, so that's pretty much assured because of the overlapping wave structures here. I did count this as an A and a B and a C here for the A wave, and then an A and a B and a C for the B wave here, and down for the C wave here. We've got 5 waves in here, which I haven't labelled, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So that's okay. This one does throw me out here a little bit. So I just need to talk about that for a moment. So first of all, we could have just shooting the breeze here. I hope that's okay. I think it's good to share thoughts because then you can have your own and so on. So it's possible that we've got a triangle pattern in here, and then wave 4 is sitting, copy this, it's sitting here. So an A and a B and a C and a D and an E here for wave 4, and then up for 1, and this comes back to the 61.8% retracement level here. So it's possible that, and I can count this down here as 1 and 2 and 3, cross for 4 and down for 5 for A, and then B and C here. So it's possible, and then this one here counts 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. On the close, it's obviously, you know, shaking around a bit. So I was thinking that, you know, when I looked at the 1 hour chart, we could take the top out here. That would make sense. Just put this other little level in here at 30, number 3, and the next one will be 5, which will be this, move this one up here. Okay, so this is all of group 1 here, 10, 20, and 30, 1, 2, and 3. So it's possible to go long really above this one here. So I'll leave that with you, that one just here. But the safer trade would be if we take this length here, take the length of this, and this is a 61.8% retracement level here. So the safe trade would be to have 12.10 as the support. Okay. Now, on the downside, this pattern that I've got here, let's just let's look at this a different way here. So it's possible that if I copy this here, this A, B, and C here could just be the A wave. This here can be an A and a B and a C here for the B wave. For the B wave up here, and then the C wave would be down here further. And in that C wave moving down here, then we would look at all of this here as wave 1 here, even though it doesn't count very well of wave 1. And that means that we would need to be short under this level here. So I'll just put that in here and put that in green here. So that actually creates the short trade. So yeah, and then in that case, we would look at this as wave 1 and 2 here. Just copy this here. So copy wave 1 here, wave 2 here, just here, and then we look at this as wave 3 coming down into this space here. Okay, so yeah, coming back to this hourly chart now just for a moment. I mean, basically we're just trading long or short based off the of this level here of the 12,000. But the main point here is that the move up through here, I really feel that it's not finished yet. I still feel that there's a wave 4 to develop here. It may be finished here and we can go straight up. I wouldn't want to miss it. Do you know what I mean? So we'll take that high out. But you know that that's at much higher there. We can bring that down to the 10. I'll leave that up to you to do. And also too, we can trade short here, but you will be trading against the trend here. So you would also need to be mindful of, you know, maybe just trade half a position or something, you know. And the 38.2% retracement level would be down further. Let's just check that out as a target. So if that wave 2 low is there, then we'll be looking we'll be looking at 11.8 at that point. But I think if you can get down to 11.9, I think you should be grateful and take the money off the table there, because you'll be trading against a trend in extreme oversold situation at that point. So yeah, well, that's that. And the France is much the same as well, except I don't think that we've got to the third wave yet here. So we've been long down here, taken part profit here, and we can bring the stop up in this here as well. So let's bring it up into this space here. It should be okay. I think that this is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 in here for 1 and 2 here, or maybe even 1 and 2 in here. So this has still got further to go to the upside here, but we want to be taking profit at the 5.5. Okay, so or close enough, right? So if you see weakness before that, well then we'll, you know, fix that up there. So, and then for this one here, we'll see wave 4 as an A and a B and a C here for wave 4, pulling back to basically where it is there, really. We can just check that out. Let's just call this wave 2 low, and we'll call this 5.5. It may go above that level there as well, but you can see the 38.2% retracement level is down here. So yeah, I mean, you can pretty much short it up here, but we'll check it on that Wednesday. We'll look at that a bit closer. The UK market, I've got this counted differently again here, where the CAC hadn't finished its third wave. The DAX may have finished its fourth wave. We're not quite sure yet, but this one here is got the fourth wave here. And so they're all moving together, but they're not quite the same, unless I've made a mistake, which is highly possible as well. I'm certainly not perfect, unfortunately. But what I do see here, though, is that this structure going up through here is only in 3 waves so far, isn't it? Like 1 and 2 and 3 here. So there's still probably 4 and 5 to go here in this instance. So let me just get in a little bit more data. We're on the tick chart now. And I haven't spent a lot of time on this. I've got a couple of little problems in here. Let me just get a bit more data in here. I don't know why that's not giving me more data. Oh, there we go. So we don't need a lot of that. So from this last little low through here, we did count 5 waves up here. And I thought, well, this may be the top in this particular instance here. But it wasn't the case. We ended up with a really nice support on 74 here. But still, I've expanded at 1 degree. So we've got 5 waves up to here, wave 1 and wave 2. Now, I don't know if wave 2 here is a bit more complicated and we end up with a wave 2 over here as such, or we need to look at this a bit differently. But this is a little bit, I haven't spent time with this to figure it out just yet. But what I can see here is from here, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. So we could go from 2 to 3 to 4 here. So wave 3, the length of this little stick here is actually a bit longer than this wave 1 here. Doesn't look it, but yeah, wave 3 is longer, so it's okay to be the wave 3 there. But what I think that this is just the little third wave here. So I think that what we can look at here is something of this being copying this here to, it could be a series here, wave 1, wave 2, wave 1, wave 2 here. So there could be a bit of a series here, but I'll just put that there for the time being, which would make this wave 3 up here and this wave 4 here, and then a wave 5 to the upside. I'm still missing a little wave 5 there, so I'll just copy that here, pop that in there for the time being. So this could expand. It could expand a little bit more based on this here. This move down through here is corrective as an A wave. It can be wave 4 here. I'll just remove that. So in 3 waves here, so that's correct. So the market can move up into this space, but this could also have this as an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave down to here before moving up as well. So that can move over here. Just copy that and move that over here. We shouldn't see it go down. That's the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, so we shouldn't see it move much past that there. So coming back to the the hourly chart here, this is the midpoint as well. So if you wanted to go long here, you could go long on those tops there, okay, on new highs here, because we've got our correction across the 74.50, which is the midpoint, 1, 2 and 3 group 1, midpoint group 2 here, and we target is 75 up here. So going back to the hourly chart here for a moment, whichever way we look at this, this is not complete here yet. We've moved above this trend line, whichever that is, but which is nice. So, but definitely 1 and 2 here, and definitely the third wave moving up into here, and a 4th and a 5th. So if we keep the stop out of the way, we're going to be fine. So we can bring the stop down into this space here. If you're really nervous, then you obviously got to put it up there further, but it's more dangerous. But yeah, and this is our target area up there at the 75, so I'll just put that there as TP, take profit, exit, whatever. Nothing wrong with getting out just before the level there either, by the by. The MIB. So yeah, so from this low here, we're looking at this as 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for the third. Looking at this as the 4th wave here, and then we're looking for the 5th wave up. This is really quite sort of a little bit dodgy in here, so I don't know how to count that. It could be wave 1 here and wave 2 here, and then we're going up for wave 3 and 4 and 5. That would probably be okay. We could move the stop a little bit now. We could move it from under there. We could put it back under this little boy here. That guy. Put that at 16. So it's 21,716. You could put stops ending in a 7, but you'll get better results if it ends in a 6. I can't get it in there, but anyway, at number 6 there. Yeah, we'll see how we go. And obviously our target to the upside is the 22 here. If it reaches that, if we get stopped out, we get stopped out, and then we just have to wait and see what that correction is at that particular point in time. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.